I know you're waiting for Stranger Things that last season, but first, Finn Wolfhard has a new movie, Hell of a Summer, and we're talking with him and his fellow director, Billy Bryk. Well, hello, Finn and Billy.
Hello.
Welcome to the KJ Today Show. This is your place for the positive vibes of pop culture, people to know, and pets. And you guys are bringing all the good vibes of this brand new movie, Hell of a Summer. You are, gosh, I know as a creator how exciting it is when something's finally going to get out into the world, and you're just a couple days away. So let's start with you, Billy. How are you feeling knowing that Hell of a Summer is going to be in theaters Friday?
It's a bit of a pinch me moment. I'm not going to lie. It has been so long since Finn and I started writing this project, and it's been such a massive part of our lives for the last 6 years. So it's a dream come true that it's coming out, and in the way that it's coming out. I mean, this is a movie that we always dreamed would come out theatrically, and now Neon has come on and given us a wide theatrical release and really gotten behind the movie. So I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Oh wow. So Finn, when you guys were making it, you weren't sure if it was going to be, direct to digital or if it would get this big release.
Exactly. Yeah, we made it independently, so without any distribution at first, hoping that we would sell it out of a film festival. And obviously, we grew up going to the theater and still do go to the theater and think that it is like there's nothing like it. That the experience of going into a packed theater and going to see, a comedy or horror movie. So it was definitely a dream of ours to be able to show this theatrically. So it was great. And then, obviously something to be said about how great it is to be able to watch it from the comfort of your own home. So it'll definitely be on streaming as well after theaters, but it's important that people, I think, go support movie theaters and go support the film.
Well, it was just watching the trailer, it just looks like this was so much fun that it's going to be so much fun to watch. Can you talk a little bit, Billy, about how much fun it was to not only, you're coming from an acting side, but now y'all are directing too. Was that fun?
It was
Definitely.
it was simultaneously the most fun and the most stressful experience of my life, I
Yeah.
think. Filmed this movie over the course of 19 days at a real summer camp. And by 19 days, I mean 19 nights, basically. It
Ooh.
was like 17 nights and 2 days. So everybody was delirious, sleep deprived, but having such a blast. I mean, it's the type of movie that, as Finn said, we grew up loving. It's such a fun, we put so much, we really want it to be a fun experience for everybody to watch the comedy and the horror. We think there's a really fun combination there. And it was as fun to make. Yeah, I mean it was really just the most fun. But then obviously, yeah, being a director, having all that added responsibility, having everything weighing on you definitely makes it stressful. But in a way, I think that just elevated the fun too. In a way that in this movie, I think the comedy elevates the horror and the horror elevates the comedy. Like I think the stress made it a more fun and more funny, at least, environment for us.
Did you feel the same, Finn?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, for us, yeah, the I feel like some of my favorite parts of the movie also are like the comedy is informed by the horror and they kind of elevate each other.
So you mentioned that you were actually filming. You're on a campsite. It's dark. I'm not a. My husband would love it if I would go camping, but I don't like the woods. I don't. That's not my thing. So I have to ask: were there any actual scary moments for either of you while you were filming, like animals you ran into or weird noises? Finn, do you want to
Oh
take this
yeah,
one?
all the above. Um, yeah, there. I remember. I I didn't witness it, but Billy did see the biggest spider of his entire life on set, and that freaked him out. It seemed. We had a pack of raccoons that invaded our set. And one of our cast members, Matthew Finlan, who plays Ezra in the movie, shooed them away with no fear whatsoever. And yeah, lots of wildlife, and it felt great. It felt like we were on this like little adventure. We never felt like we were in any danger, obviously, but it was definitely fun.
Billy, how did you sleep that night after you found the big spider?
I think thankfully I was so burnt out from the day, I was able to just pass out. But I think had it been any other day, I would have been up all night thinking about it. I mean, it was the size of a frying pan. It was gigantic. It wasn't
Gosh.
like anything I've ever seen before. And I'm not a spider guy. Also, I'm not really like. I think Finn and some other people tried to make it their mission to scare me. So there was a few late nights when someone would pop up in my window wearing the killer mask, trying to freak me out. So
Oh, there's also, oh, I forgot about that who I don't remember who it was that pranked us, but there is a severed head bit in our movie,
yeah.
and someone placed the severed head into one of the coolers, uh, and asked me and Billy, hey, do you mind getting me a drink? Or hey, do you mind when we opened it up, there was just a severed head, like a fake severed head, and it did
But
really
an
scare us.
extremely realistic looking fake severed head. It was really tremendously made.
Oh my gosh. So Hell of a Summer, the movie we're talking about, is coming out on Friday. It is a slasher coming of age movie. For the two of you, trying to find a different take on that movie and entertaining people. Are there, the traditional moments where we're all going to boo at the screen and be like, "No, you should totally not separate," or or were you able to find some ways to be creative in a new way?
I like to think so. Yeah, I think every decision that these characters are making are coming from within them, and even if their logic is maybe not the smartest, there is logic. There's reason behind all the decisions they're making. It's a real pet peeve of ours when characters are just dumb for no reason
Hmm.
or like conveniently just decide to wander off into the woods and get killed, or when they're conveniently like really brave for no reason. And we kind of wanted to avoid both those things and maintain a level of consistency with these characters and have them be afraid and react to the situation in ways that felt new and exciting and funny to us. But at the same time, I mean, I definitely think that there's some moments where you're gonna be like, you know, screaming at the screen, like, don't go in there. But hopefully, the reason that we got them there was smarter than maybe some of the films that we've all seen in the past.
I've got a couple of fan questions. I always like to, make sure that we're talking about the things they want to talk about. And so I am an honorary member of the Circle City Ghostbusters. They do all kinds of cool charity stuff. And I had someone a guy named Joe that wanted to ask, how has your experience been, both of you, being a part of that franchise that is so important to so many people and bringing it back to life? I would love to, hear from you, Billy, and then you, Finn, as well on that.
Yeah, I mean, mine will be quicker because that was really one of the first movies I ever did, and it was a very small part. But
Mhm.
I that was such an iconic franchise, and I so desperately wanted to be a part of it when I was auditioning for it. And I'll never forget the day that my manager called me and told me that I booked the part, and I called my parents, and my mom came and picked me up in the car, blasting the Ghostbusters theme. I mean, it's a movie that means so much to so many people, and meant so much to me that I really couldn't believe that one of my first onset experiences was on a movie of that scale and with that much legacy. And you know, it was incredible to be a part of.
Yeah, I feel similarly in just the sense that absolutely incredible to be a part of that legacy of these legends. And it was an honor for me to be able to, have all these scenes with these living legends, and you know, even just be on a poster with them and share the same share the same air as so so it really was an honor.
And before I let you go, Finn, everybody that's listening right now is going to come after me if I don't ask about Stranger Things, the final season. You know how it ends. Jill actually wanted to ask just what that was like for you, final day of shooting, having something so big in your life come to an end like that.
It was definitely emotional and I would say bittersweet because everyone is excited for the next chapter of their lives, but at the same time it's sad having to leave everything behind and all your friends behind, and so I would say it was a bit of a melancholy day, but something that I think we're all very proud of.
All right. Thank you so much, Finn. Thank you, Billy. Hell of a Summer is in theaters on Friday. Can't wait. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you
so much. You too.
Thanks for joining me for another celebrity interview. KJ Today, where you'll find the positive vibes of pop culture, people to know, and pets. If you like this interview, please make sure you give it a like, rate, review, and subscribe. And join us on YouTube the first Wednesday of every month for the full KJ Today show, where we play trivia, bring you more celebrity guests, and even a pet of the week to keep you feeling the positive vibes.